my relationship with the artwork, in addition to the idea of technique, and I totally agree with Edward, watercolor is unforgiving. My feeling about the work is how it operates conceptually on kind of a Proustian level. All of her pieces, when I first saw them the first time in her studio and here in this space, my home, I'm always moved by the fact that it captures a certain moment in time. And there is a sense of something that happened at some point, but it's still happening now. And it's hard for me to choose what piece I like, what piece I don't like. I think that the pieces that were selected are brilliant because most of them deal with working people engaged in activities that would be everyday activities. I'm reminded of the work of Gustave Courbet, and Courbet, the father of the realist school. You look at these things and you wonder what's going on and what was happening at that moment in time. If I had to choose a piece or two, the piece with the drill right here is one of my favorite pieces because it's so focused in the activity and what's happening. I almost can hear the drill, I feel the sweat, I feel the sunshine. So much of her work, because she is so good with her medium, so much of her work is about outside, being outside, feeling the brightness and air of being somewhere and working very hard. So it's hard to choose a particular piece, but that probably is my favorite. I like this. I like the fact that there's a double portrait, one in which you see everything, and then another in which someone comes into the picture, because for me, it almost captures a kind of cinematic kinesis whereby you're understanding that whatever was happening, there was more happening. Many of her pieces are based on postcards, and postcards are snapshots about a reality, a moment, a point in time in which something was captured for that moment, but the next second something else was happening. That energy and that kind of reality is something I love. I love about all her work.
And you mentioned this is your home, so
yes.
Is this the first artist you invite to exhibit at your home, or?
It actually is. I have had the only other exhibit besides my own works would be from an inner city school called Art Division, and they were all young students who were trying to find their way. But I've not really exhibited here an artist like this before, and Lena came in and was so taken by the space and had shot some of her work to document it, and I could tell she really loved the environment. And this is the former studio of a famous textile designer named Maria Kip. And there's a good spirit here. Lena felt it. I could tell she felt it. And when she asked if she could do a show, I just couldn't say no, because there was such a sense of her wanting to have her work in this space because of the character and spirit of the woman who built this building in 1951. So yes, Lena's the first formal exhibit we've had here.
And what do you think of the art show so far?
It's beautiful.
The turnout.
The turnout is incredible. I'm jealous. She has an incredible number of friends and probably people who just were curious about the work, and she's so relieved, because I know she was a little bit worried, and artists are always worried and anxious about their own work, and she now has nothing to be worried about. It's a successful show, and it's the first day, so I'm very happy for her.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.